Everyone's having a good day, good week. Hopefully, we're having a good evening. Good evening from Nate's Live Talk. Please like, share, subscribe. We got Magic versus the Hawks. First playoff game tonight. Second game will be Golden State versus the Grizzlies. Whoever wins this game will play the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference, the first game. Whoever wins the second game will play the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. For Atlanta, Young, Daniels, Ricochet, Gouye, Ogangwu. For the Magic, Joseph, Caldwell Pope, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, and Wendell Carter Jr. The winner of this game will play my Celtics in the first round. The loser of this game will play the winner of tomorrow night's game to see who plays Cleveland. Yeah, but it's something to watch, something to do. The second game should be a good game. I almost waited till 10 o'clock to come on, but I was bored, so I said, fuck it. Because Golden State, Memphis should be a good game, I would think. Let's check it out. Magic win the tip.
The opening tip, and away we go.
Well, Atlanta's already made a change from what they did before. Okongwu matched up with Banchero earlier last week, meeting the one that mattered. Tonight they put Mo Gay on him to hopefully
Trae
keep
Young with a steal.
around the boards.
First possession ends up in a turnover, a steal by Young. And now we'll see how the Magic match up with
Alley-oop, Atlanta right away.
Possession, Trae Young.
Yeah, the reason I'm watching tonight's game is because I want to see who the Celtics are going to get a crack at. The Magic gives the Celtics some problems sometimes. I would really rather probably see the Hawks win this game. Tied up 2-2. Magic just hit a jumper. Joseph. But Trae Young can go off. Trae Young could pull this game out of a hat. He's been beat up. He just put up a 3. No good. Wanted a foul call. No call. Here comes the Magic.
Dyson Daniels lost his shoe.
Getting back in the coverage now. Banchero left wide open. Young daring him to shoot.
Good.
He does. He comes up short.
Only 32% on the year, but he has been better over the last 20 games.
Here goes Ricochet. Atlanta always looking for that second score. Ricochet could be that guy, the rookie from France, overall number 1 pick from a year ago. And Carter misses point blank as Gay holds his ground. Trae Young at the controls. No
Watch out if Trae Young gets hot.
Now the switch. Ricochet in the corner, 3-pointer, no good. Mo Gay with the offensive rebound. And the jump hook is good, up and over Banchero.
Well, this is where they've hurt the Magic. Had 31 second
Yeah, it was all right. I spent some time with my niece and nephew.
Usually a very good defensive
Did some shit around the yard.
6th in the league.
Talk to us about that, because Jamal Mosley felt like it was
Magic
Trae
missed
Young
another
that is
3.
creating
Get
a
their
lot
own
of those
rebound.
rebounding opportunities, and you don't necessarily think about
Miss
the
another
size
one.
of
Here
the
comes
Magic,
Atlanta.
the dynamic point guard.
Stolen Wagner.
Wagner with a steal. And now Banchero in transition, and he's fouled on his way in.
Well, that's what Banchero does right there, is he's going to create contact. He's going to invite it. He's going to...
Yeah, it was all right. It was all right. I'm going to take a break once the season's over. I'm going to take a break. Once basketball's over, I'm going to start doing different shit. Start doing some outdoor videos and shit like that. Some different stuff. Try and switch it up. The political shit's getting so out of control, Jet. It's not even like these woke people are getting a push from people with money and YouTube, and it's becoming detrimental to my channel to talk about it all the time. I'll still talk about it, but I can't do it like I have. People are waking up either way. People know what's up for the most part now. Whether they listen or not, or things change, will be seen down the line. But to just keep watching it and talking about it, it just is starting to really upset me more and more. And I can't walk around mad about fucking things I have no control over.
Atlanta on Banchero's post up in isolation. They get a quick 3 seconds. If I'm Atlanta, I don't worry about that at all. Right.
But there's been a lot of shit over the last few days. I still read it because I still want to do a show here and there about it. Like that kid that got off for that shit in Texas. They raised millions of dollars for him. It's getting fucking crazy, dude. It's getting crazy. I see certain YouTube channels growing very quick that support that shit. And it's like, no matter how hard you work, you still have to be chosen. You know? Whether it's by people at a network or people at a job or people or an algorithm, and it's just, I'm fucking good with it. I'm so over it. I'm so over it. I don't know how much longer I'm going to talk about it. Honestly. I mean, it's every time I bring it up and expose it, I lose another 10 subscribers.
You've seen guarding Trae Young. They like to play big on Trae Young.
There's a drive, good defense. Risacher ran into a wall. Joseph running the floor, able to lay it in. Been a long time since Corey Joseph was in a postseason. It's been 6 years, actually. He did win a championship 11 years ago as a member of the San Antonio Spurs early in his career. He's now in year 14. And Joseph has really been a settler of this Orlando team at 33 years of age, almost 34. He's come in as their starting point guard the last 15 consecutive. And won 5 straight and an 11-4 record with Joseph in as the point guard. He's picking up Daniels here. Daniels
nice take and back up one.
It's a great move. This is one of the most improved players in the league. We know what he does at the defensive end, leading the league in steals, but he's gotten a lot better offensively too, especially if he can get to his right.
Like I made a comment today on a video. I didn't say anything nasty, and I got taken out for cyberbullying. Commenting on a video. I didn't even say nothing derogatory. I didn't say woke. I didn't say Democrats. I didn't say liberals. I didn't say anything like that would expose any of those keywords. And I get my comments shut down for fucking a whole day. I don't know if it's time to move to Rumble or what. But YouTube's getting fucked. I thought YouTube would improve. It's getting worse. It's getting way worse.
That you think you've got shots, and then everything just closes down. I mean, there was just nothing there. Great job denying Trae Young the ball.
Banchero.
And I see people that talk about the same type of shit I talk about, and they're allowed to do it. When I talk about it, it's a huge fucking issue. I just don't understand it. 10-9, Atlanta up by 1. Couple minutes into the first quarter. Yeah. Pretty much. But it's super duper duper frustrating. People aren't getting notifications. People don't know I'm going live. I had a few people hit me up on email being like, do you still do videos? I'm like, yeah, I do a lot of lives. I don't do as many videos anymore. And they're like, we never find out you're going live. And we click the notification bell. Like people that haven't seen a video out of me since Trump. Before Trump was fucking elected. I had 4 people hit me up recently like, haven't seen a video out of you in months. Are you okay? Or a live stream. And I'm like, well, I've been doing them constantly. Then they try to search for the channel. They can't find it. Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? Until someone buys YouTube that allows people to really talk and use the First Amendment, it won't be allowed. I'm not betting on anything. I'm just watching the game to see who the Celtics are playing in the first round. I really care more about the late game. The late game should be more fun to watch. Grizzlies versus Warriors. Only reason I'm watching the Magic and the Hawks is because I cover every Celtics game pretty much. And now that it's playoff time, I'm going to be doing every Celtics game, God willing. I did every Celtics game during last year's championship run, play-by-play. I'm going to do it again this year. Celtics look like they're ready to roll. I watched them practice today. A little worried about Jaylen Brown and his health. I almost hope they sit Jaylen Brown for the first round. I hope they sit Jaylen Brown and let him get some rest.
Come on, then we crash. On 3. What? Forget, there's no time. A Minecraft movie, rated PG. It's the regular season finale on TNT.
No doubt.
What up? Score!
Yeah, it's become like a troll's paradise. That's all it is. Or you see like these girls with their titties out just getting views. It is what it is. I know I got good people. I don't even pay attention to the trolls anymore at this point. They've said everything they could say, did everything they could do. That shit don't even register anymore, honestly. But yeah, it's wild. YouTube's become the most toxic place on the fucking internet. It's wild.
But right now, this is our chance to show the world what we've been working on. And since the All-Star break, you guys, he's been averaging 29 points per game. He's been on a tear, and even Jamal Mosley told me pre-game, you could just tell that it means more to Paolo right now. And Paolo also telling me the play-in is a little bit different than the playoffs last year, too. You don't ease into it. It's more like March Madness. You've got to be ready for the jump, and all we're thinking about is the Atlanta Hawks.
It's a great point, Lauren, and this team stand, they have dealt with their fair share of adversity as Franz will head to the bench. His brother, Mo Wagner.
Tied up 10-10. Banchero knocks down the first free throw, 6:54 to go, first quarter. Hits the second. He's been beat up this entire year, but he's really starting to become a pretty solid player. And they're without one of the Wagner brothers, too. He's out for the season. But Orlando gives Boston trouble. I would probably rather play Atlanta. For some reason, the Celtics have had trouble with Orlando here and there. Atlanta knocks down a 3. Back up 13-11.
8 here in Orlando. 30, 14, 4 assists and 3 steals in that game for Okongwu. Had a monster game. He just hit the first 3 of the game. And now Caldwell Pope.
Big 3, Caldwell Pope.
So each team has delivered from beyond the arc for the first time.
Denver misses Caldwell Pope big time. Nice take to the rim. Floater goes for Atlanta. Atlanta back up 1. Banchero down the middle to the free throw line. Double team. Gets through it. Puts up a fucking one-legged jump shot. It's blocked. Atlanta back the other way. Crossover. Spin move. Lefty layup. No good. Rebound Magic. And I think Banchero just got fouled.
Go out, find pieces that fit around Trey Young and their stars, and
Really, he was huge for the. He had some very good. He had a good run with the Nuggets. But you haven't been watching basketball like that, so that's probably why. We had a very good run with them. Very, very good run. He was a big part of their championship. Banchero misses the first free throw. Hawks up by 1, 5:33 to go, first quarter.
Landry Fields, Jeff
Young
Green
back
done
in the
a great
game.
job because injuries could have totally derailed the seasons, but the Magic's finish at 500 despite their 5 starters missing a total of 119 games. And then, like you said, Jalen Johnson, Clint Capella not here,
It's the
Larry
second
Nance Jr.
tied up.
So they're very small up front, and yet Atlanta has just a game, 2 games under 500. These guys have done a great job, and both of them playing well right now.
Open three.
once again,
No
misses
good.
this time.
Rebound Banchero.
Tried for the rebound.
Here comes Cole
Players
Anthony.
coming in now. Anthony Black getting his first minutes.
Oh no, Anthony Black. Excuse me.
Down at the wing. He has been an excellent shooter down the stretch for him and has worked his way into the rotation for the Magic. And Carroll dancing, long 2, and comes up short, but right there to clean it up is Black.
No assist there, Brian. You're not giving him an assist on that.
Orlando up 2.
I think he's
Good
good
pass. As Young runs into traffic. Block.
Young
6-7
block.
with
Here
the
comes
block.
the Magic.
Will Pope leaves it for Anthony Black. And the
Three,
shot is
good.
score.
Timeout Atlanta.
Quinn Snyder. The Magic get on a run with their bench.
Anthony Black, a quick 5 points off the bench for the Magic. Trey Young can't seem to get going. Magic up by 5, 4:41 to go in the first quarter. Timeout Atlanta. Everyone, it's funny. I was looking at some other shit. The Lakers might have some fucking trouble coming up in the playoffs. If I'm not mistaken, the Lakers got... Let me look at it quick. I believe the Lakers got Minnesota in the first round. If the Lakers don't play as like they have recently, and Anthony Edwards shows up, that could be a fucking tough series for LA. If he plays anything like he did last year, fucking Lakers could be in trouble. I don't think it's likely. I think with Luka and shit, they should be much better than they were last year. But Anthony Edwards went on a fucking tear. Like, that was like the worst possible matchup I think the Lakers probably could have got in the first round. Not for nothing. The Nuggets got the Clippers. I wonder if the Lakers were better off with the fucking 4 seed. I'd rather play the Clippers than the fucking Timberwolves, man. Anthony Edwards is fucking... He looked a little bit like Jordan last year. He had some Jordan-type moments. I'm not saying he's Jordan. No one's Michael Jordan. Don't take me saying he looked like Jordan for he is Jordan. He's not. But the Lakers could be in some fucking trouble. I think they'll figure a way to pull it out, but Timberwolves have some size. And if he shows up to play, man, who the fuck knows what happens? Who the fuck knows? If he goes off for like 40 a night, like he did last playoff run, the Lakers could be in fucking trouble. And the other guys show up. Naz Reid plays well. Gobert does his job. Don't count the Timberwolves out of that series. That series could easily go 6 or 7 and go either way. Very easily could. And I think anyone that thinks otherwise could possibly be delusional. I know Anthony Edwards hasn't had the same type of year as he had last year, but he had quite the fucking playoff run. And he could do it again.
I'm betting in same-game parlays, and it pays out instantly as Shaq plays with those toys on the other side. But who wins tonight? The Hawks or the Magic? The Magic!
We'll make the Hawks disappear.
Oh, that was a Magic trick.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were shooting a gun. That was terrible.
They're in postseason form. Yeah, we're in the play-in week here before we get ready for the playoffs. These two teams, a win tonight, you advance into the playoffs to take on Boston, the number 2 seed. You would enter as the 7 seed. The loser of this game has another chance on Friday against the winner of the 9-10 games tomorrow.
Yeah,
Ball out of bounds here.
I would have rather played the Clippers. I would have rather played the Clippers than fucking Minnesota. But who knows? But the Clippers still got Kawhi. I don't think Kawhi's got much left in the tank. They got Harden. They got a couple other pieces. Oh, late foul call. But I'm interested to see how Minnesota plays LA. I don't know how healthy Minnesota is. I know DiVincenzo has been hurt on and off all year long. I question Rudy Gobert's toughness. But if them guys show up to play and Anthony Edwards is anything close to what he was last playoff year, LA could have some struggles. You know, Anthony Edwards could steal 2 games himself if he goes off. He fucking knocked off Jokic last year pretty much by himself. Orlando up 21-15. 3:50 to go in the first quarter. Hawks with the ball. Drive to the lane, put up a layup, no good. They get their own rebound. It's tied up. There's going to be a jump ball.
And Okongwu, and we'll jump it.
Well, Okongwu, relentless on the glass, averages 3 offensive rebounds a game, 10th in the NBA. Not that big, but just relentless in his pursuit of the ball.
Atlanta's in their 4th consecutive play-in, coach. Meanwhile, Orlando, their first ever play-in scenario. They're trying to get to the playoffs in back-to-back seasons. And it has been a while since the Stan Van Gundy-led Magic, since they've won a playoff series. Gotta go back to 2010. LeVert fouled on his shot attempt.
LeVert, the ex-Cleveland Cavalier, gets fouled. He's going to shoot 2. I don't know how many games are left, but I would imagine he breaks it throughout the playoffs. Maybe not the regular season, but I'm pretty sure the regular season's about over. If it's not, it's damn close. I haven't really followed Ovechkin since he broke the record. And I usually love playoff hockey, and I pay attention to it because the Bruins usually find a way in, but they're not even in it this year, so who the fuck knows how much hockey I'll watch. Wow, Atlanta missed both free throws. Banchero with a rebound.
Leaving kneeling on Jonathan Isaac.
Banchero's got to be wondering what's going on these young players.
Nice pass.
Black on the lob. Nice finish there as Banchero set him up. 9-0 is the run here for Orlando, and they lead it by 8.
That was Banchero's 4th assist, so he doesn't have a bucket yet, but 4 assists, 3 rebounds, and 5 free throws.
Niang can't hit it. Isaac clears the rebound. Orlando's got depth. They've got an excellent bench. Give you some weapons off that bench. Magic looking like a much different team
Banchero, nice pass.
than a 500 team in the regular season. As
Easy
Isaac
layup.
goes strong with a couple of moves and able to.
The Magic up by 10, 2:37 to go. Fucking Atlanta traded pretty much their whole team away too, besides Trae Young. They gave the Celtics some problems when they had DeJounte Murray and I think Capella still plays for him. But it looked like they were starting to build a team that was halfway decent. And then they traded DeJounte Murray away. I think they traded him to the Pelicans. He got hurt for the year, I think, in a game we watched him play against the Celtics. And I know all year long they were talking about trading Trae Young away. I look at Atlanta's roster and all I see is Trae Young, really. Not that Orlando's much better, but they are. When you look at the rosters.
In each of the three, average 33 plus against the Atlanta Hawks. Missed a couple of games earlier in the schedule as Cole Anthony enters the fray for Caleb Houston. Banchero, former Rookie of the Year, was a first-time All-Star last year. But missed those 34 consecutive games with that oblique injury. Knocked him out 2 months. He missed the last 2 of the regular season, mostly for rest. He had played in all of the games since coming back. Three-pointer, no good. Barlow couldn't secure it, and Black comes away with a board. Again,
Great block out by Black.
he's been a great weapon off the bench as Joseph has gone into the starting lineup. No look from Anthony. Isaac gives it right back. Cole's going to pull up. Little mid-range jumper is good. Good to see Cole Anthony hit his first one. He missed some time recently as well with a toe injury. Young looking for help, got stuck in the air, now lost the ball, and Isaac just threw it up ahead and gives it right back. Niang, no. Isaac there to secure another rebound.
Well, Isaac just wanted another rebound.
Picked up 2 that trip down the floor. Isaac for 3. In and out. Barlow with the board. Atlanta went almost 4 minutes between baskets as we go under a minute here in the first quarter. Magic by 12. LeVert for 3. Black makes it tough on those guards at 6'7" and that long reach.
Yeah, the Magic's length is imposing, and you take a lot of tough shots. We've already seen 3 times tonight Atlanta's gotten up in the air to shoot it.
Love Howard.
Come down with the ball.
And vintage Gary Harris, coach, if the Magic gets that kind of shooting from him, it's a different story.
Well, if the Magic make threes,
Jay.
then they're very, very tough to beat because they're the worst three-point shooting team.
Here comes Banchero.
They'll play for the last shot of the first quarter. Orlando, as their crowd comes to their feet here, appreciating this effort to start this game. And Carroll spins, lost the handle. LeVert takes it away from him. Puts it up at half court, and that will take us to the end of the first quarter. And the Orlando
32-17 Orlando, end of the first. Hope everyone else is doing well. Hey, Jet, you know what I've been hearing recently? I don't know if you've heard this as well, if you're still in here. People think Shedeur Sanders could slip to the Steelers. What do you think about that? Or the Steelers trade up to get him if he falls like to an area where they can grab him. Interesting. And what does that say about Rodgers? I haven't heard anything about Aaron Rodgers. I haven't looked. I've been busy the last 2 days. I had a 3-year-old and a fucking 5-year-old. Thank you, Howard. I appreciate it. I'm not really doing play-by-play for the first game, but I'm watching them because the Celtics will be playing whoever wins this game. So I want to get acquainted with the names because I don't know the Hawks or the Magic all that well. Both of them had tough seasons. I'm not really a fan of the playoff playing in basketball in the NBA. I'm really not a fan of it. I'm not even a fan of it in college. I want the best teams playing the best teams. That's that. I don't want some team that got a lucky win at the end of the year and did just good enough to coast through the season, go get knocked out in fucking 4 games against a good team. It's really, I think, more of a way for the league to generate money. That's all it really is, in my opinion. It's a moneymaker for the league. But I heard that the Steelers, if the chance presents itself, might go after Shedeur Sanders in this draft. I don't know if it's bullshit, but it comes from a semi-credible source where I got the information from. Might not be a bad idea. I just worry about how much of a running game Pittsburgh has to help him as a young quarterback. I don't know who Pittsburgh signed in the offseason or who they plan on grabbing in the draft. But their running game, I thought they didn't run the ball as much as they should have last year. And if they draft Shedeur, I would hope they get some kind of a running game to kind of help them out. And I like the guy they had as a running back. I don't think they gave their running back enough touches. I think they tried to throw too much, especially late in the season. But if they can get some kind of running game going to help him out, he's got enough help on the outside to make plays. They got a pretty solid tight end. I mean, he's not a Pro Bowler, but he's good. Warren was what, their third down back last year? I would have rather had the other guy. I didn't think Warren did anything compared to fucking, what's his name? I mean, what's his name? I can't remember the starter's name. Is it Harris or something like that? I thought he had been good to them up until last year. They struggled to run the ball. But I thought it was because they didn't try to run it enough. Hawks got a deficit to overcome, down 15. Niang takes one to the hoop. Orlando up 32-19. 11:08 to go in the half. Black with the ball. They run a screen. Can't get him open. Get it to Anthony. He gets to the elbow. Forces a jump shot. Gets it to go. I don't think Atlanta can hang with Orlando. Atlanta's a little beat up, too. They have a few guys that couldn't play tonight. Trey Young was questionable. Orlando back the other way. Couple offensive rebounds. Easy laying. Believe that was Wagner. Trey Young looking for a goaltend. I don't know if he got it or not. Well, he got fouled too.
Hit the glass.
Hit the glass and came down. Quinn Snyder upset, thinking he also got, Trey Young also got bumped on the way. And Quinn Snyder said this to us before the game. This is a very physical Magic team. So besides their length, their physicality, if you're in a half-court battle with them, I don't care who you are as a team. You get in a half-court game with Orlando, you're going to struggle.
Here's Anthony feeling it right now. His first miss. Trey Young First made field goal, by the way. He's just 1 for 5 on that goaltend. Rizachet, no look out to Niang in the corner, wide open, in and out it goes.
Yeah, Atlanta's going to make those shots. Atlanta needs Niang to hit threes. He's a decent three-point shooter, but he even being left open so far tonight, he hasn't shot the ball well. Nice stop. They got to stop there. Here comes Trae Young. And Trey's going to have to try and take this game over a little bit. He gets a foul call finally. Trae Young's got to take... I think Trae Young's got to take this game over for the Hawks to have a shot. I haven't seen Trae Young really take over a game since almost college. I'm sure he has. I just haven't seen it. Knocks down a free throw, cuts the lead to 14, 36-22. Orlando. Tomorrow night, Bulls versus the Heat. Mavericks versus the Kings. The winner of those two games will play the loser of tonight's games. And whoever wins the game out of the losers will play the number 8 seed. I know the Celtics play Sunday. The Celtics will play the winner of this game tonight. That's why it interested me. 36-23 Orlando. Anthony, Euro step. Oh, he might have got away with a walk. Finds his man down low for an easy lay-in. This is like borderline college basketball almost. Trae Young takes it all the way to the hoop. I don't think any of these teams in the Eastern Conference with playing games present any threat to Boston or Miami. Or to Cleveland, excuse me. I think the game tonight between Memphis and Golden State is very interesting, though. Especially if Memphis wins. If Memphis pulls it off tonight, Golden State's got to play a lot of games in a short amount of time. And their roster's getting a little bit older. And they've had some people beat up. I think Golden State really needs a W tonight. I think it would really help them. Well, I look at both these teams' rosters. I know the guys, but these teams' starting rosters could probably barely hang with the reserves on the top 2 or 3 teams in the Eastern Conference. Other than like Banchero and Young, a lot of these guys they don't start anywhere else in the league. Oh, nice shot. 40-28, Orlando leads. 8 minutes to go.
The rookie of the year this year. He is a strong believer. Daniels almost, but Wagner got it back, and Black able to lay it in. Carter set him up.
Well, those are the kind of plays that win games and don't show up on a stat sheet. There's nothing there. That's not a steal for Franz Wagner. It's nothing. But he beats Dyson Daniels to the loose ball and creates a bucket for the Magic.
Intensity ratcheting it up significantly here as Young misses. Wagner with the rebound. Trae Young 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. That one's down for Wendell Carter. The Magic are off and running here in this play-in game. 45 points on the board. They lead it 45-28. Wow.
Yeah, I hear you, Jet. I'm a little bit torn over that game. Because you could say the same thing about fucking the Nuggets. If the Nuggets beat fucking the Clippers when they're still the 3 seed versus the 6, or the 4 seed versus the 5. I'm like sick of Ja Morant. I'm really fucking fed up with him. And like, if he did the gangsta shit, if he did like gangsta type shit, talking shit without getting in trouble for like waving guns around and shit, it'd be one thing. And beating up young people. But I'm kind of over Ja Morant. It's too bad because he's super talented. But he's getting a bit too much for me. Just like Zion Williamson, man. Zion Williamson, not in the same respect, but Zion Williamson, I found I was going to do a show on it, but every time I do a show on stuff like with liberal retarded shit and how society is crumbling, it seems like I lose subscribers or I get in trouble by YouTube. Zion Williamson, his 2 baby mamas got into fist fights. I think he's got 3 different baby mamas. One's an adult film star. They're all fighting with each other on Instagram. One of them literally had a baby, and not even 24 hours later, left the hospital or left the home, left the child with family, and went and got into a fist fight with his other baby mama. It's fucking retarded. It's the decay of society. And it all goes on Instagram and YouTube, and they make money off it. It's fucking gross. I thought it was bad. The more I look into shit, I'm like, wow, it's way worse. I uncovered a lot of videos like in the last couple days, just like looking around, trying to do another interactive live stream podcast, looking into it. And it's getting so bad especially with women. Like women that are like 45 and younger, 50 and young. You could even say 50 and younger. Even like date people that like dating coaches and people that do like try to hook people up and people that are sociologists and psychologists say how bad it is, how toxic women have become. Not men, women. It's gotten so bad. There was a video I have, I'm going to show up probably tomorrow or the next day, of like these butch lesbians and lesbians. Lesbians are going back to date guys because they can't handle dealing with women. They're like, what the fuck? I swear to God, I'm not making it up. I have the video saved. Like, it's so hard to find a fucking woman that doesn't have a mental illness or is going to use you and abuse you and shit all over you or expect you to do everything for them and they can fuck around and get away with it. It's nuts. And it's happening to regular people. It's happening to athletes. It's fucking nuts. It's crazy. Society is going to decay. It already is starting to. It's just a matter of time now. Nice rebound. Carter Jr. puts it up with a foul. Orlando up 47-30. Wendell Carter Jr., 8 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist.
Did play Sunday, and both rested most of their significant pieces. But speaking of Anthony Black, he took advantage of big minutes on Sunday. Snagged his first career double-double, went for 20 points, 10 rebounds. So he comes into this game riding some momentum. So it wasn't meaningless for all, especially Black. Terrence Mann gives it right back. Risa Shea drives. Risa Shea hangs and blocked by Wagner.
Well, the Magic lead the league in blocks. 6 a game, and it's not like they have just one great shot blocker. They've just got so much size. Really tough to score on these guys inside.
Third block of the game for the Magic.
talking about shot clock here, where it should be, I think.
Jamal Mosley's got to be pleased what he's seen. 47 wins last year. He finished second in NBA Coach of the Year voting. They had that grinder of a series against Cleveland, losing 7. Franz Wagner, one of the great young stars, 5,000, 1,300, and 1,000 across the board, age 23 or younger. The names that he is a part of on this list gives you an idea of how talented he is at 6'10", great skill. Just signed a 5-year extension. He's going to be here a while.
Some of the names on that list are pretty good.
Man, it's a who's who.
It sure is.
Wagner's not the name yet, but as this Orlando team keeps fighting their way into the postseason, if they meet the expectations that are put on them, they've got the good vibes going here in Orlando.
Well, there's no question. Listen, with Banchero out early, he carried this team and was, in my mind, no doubt headed to the All-Star game. No doubt. And then the injury came to him. So it's been a tough year in that regard, but he's an outstanding player, as is Banchero. They've got two great building blocks.
So they put the shot clock at 4, and Atlanta had to force one up. 17-point Magic lead.
Wow.
And another defensive stand for Orlando. One of the best defensive teams in the NBA. Finished with a defensive rating 2nd in the league this year.
Fucking playoff game, you're down by 17. Like, Atlanta doesn't even look like they're fucking trying to compete at times. This is the problem with a lot of athletics nowadays. These guys are so fucking rich, they don't give a fuck. Fucking down by 17 halfway through the second quarter against the Magic. The Magic aren't that fucking good. Come on. Like, once you get out of, like, the top 3 or 4 teams in the East, the talent level just drops off. And the West is a little bit better, but even you look at Phoenix. Phoenix was supposed to have 3 studs, and they fucking couldn't even make the playoffs. They had Durant, Bradley Beal, and fucking Booker. And you can't make the playoffs with 3 All-Stars? Come on. But this is the greatest generation of basketball? Give me a fucking break. It disgusts me.
Another rebound, keeps the dribble, avoids the travel. Carter's down, looks like he rolled his ankle. He's limping his way back. Now Anthony, guarded by LeVert. Another pull-up. Okongwu rips down the rebound. Franz Wagner again picks up Trae Young.
They've just done a great job getting back and getting organized in transition.
Carter fouls him. I think Carter's hurting a little bit.
Yeah, Carter rolled his ankle.
See if we can pick up what happened there. Yeah, rolled the right ankle on the foot of Okongwu right there.
Oh. I don't wish that shit on no one.
Kentavious Caldwell Pope went down to help him. So they're playing 3-on-5 on the other end. Good teammate, but get back into play.
Yeah, Cole Anthony was looking at him like, yo, man, I'm the one who needs help down here.
Okongwu, quick release, scores it on Banchero. Nice little look away by Okongwu. He's capable, no question about that. Career high 40 starts this year for Okongwu. With that big game against the Magic on this floor a month ago. Young
It's great.
Young little floater, no good. And there's Carter with another rebound.
Trae Young, that floater's usually very good for him. Struggling with it tonight.
Trae Young hasn't done shit.
It's like the Magic are giving him room to drive. Not much room
Oh.
to play ball as
Cole
Anthony
Anthony nails one from deep.
Anthony played in the last 6
Orlando
games.
up 20.
Came back from that toe injury. Jamal Mosley said, we got to see where we're at with Cole, but the way he's shooting it coming off the bench, his minutes are going up.
Well, it's interesting with Cole Anthony. Up until the end of January, he was shooting 31% from three. From the start of February on, 41% from three.
7 1/4 for Cole Anthony as he heads to the bench. 20-point Orlando lead. Again, the drive. Carter fouls Young once again.
Now that's a problem with Carter.
No, not really, Jay. I had a bad experience dealing with a psychic. And it kind of made me go away from paranormal shit. I had some weird shit happen in my life dealing with her. And I don't really want to deal with it no more, at least right now. I may come back to it eventually. It's also getting hard to do videos, doing research. I got to be careful getting copyright struck. For some reason, I end up getting copyright strikes using videos that other people use to do types of content like that. I might try and do the call-in show again, but I gave it a break because I dealt with someone that was a pain in the ass to deal with talking about that stuff. And it turned me the fuck off. It just turned me off. And it kind of made me feel like who gives a fuck? Just try to be a good person and believe in God, and hopefully you don't run into that shit. But the people I've dealt with, dealing with, trying to do some paranormal lives, kind of made my life tough, dude. And that's not something I'm trying to have. And when you deal with people in that realm, sometimes, I don't know how to say it in a nice way, sometimes they are opportunistic with people. You know, they can play on people, they can use people in like a bad place, they can influence into believing something, whether it's true or not, and use it for their gain. And I don't want to be a part of that. So if I go back to doing that type of shit, I will have to be more careful about how I do it. No, I didn't. I just dealt with a super difficult person and she was psychic. She's definitely a psychic, but she was just a nightmare to deal with. Complete nightmare. I've spoken about it a bunch. But I don't want to deal with that shit again. It took like 2 weeks to even get her on a show. And then when she finally got on the show, she overstepped every boundary. She wasted a ton of my time. I just can't operate like that.
Now working with Isaac. Big bodies out there. Caldwell Pope drives on Young, gives it up. And Carroll, playmaker right now. Joseph missed the three, and that's going to be a foul on Caleb Houston. And it's going the other way. Coach, if I would have told you that the Magic are up 20 and Paolo Banchero is 0 for 5, that'd be a hard one to believe at this point.
It sure would, but all
53-33 Orlando over Atlanta. What up, Daniel? Salute. But like I said, the reason I'm really doing this game is to get a look at who the Celtics would potentially play. And there's not much else going on sports-wise. Yeah, and that shit, I don't know if that shit's demonic. The more I look into it, I think it's fucking demonic. I don't know. The more I look into shit, the more I fucking feel like most of those things aren't from fucking God. I don't know. Call me crazy. Like, I don't know. I know one thing. When you use a Ouija board, it ain't what you think it is most of the time. So who's to say those other things aren't those things? And it's not that I'm not interested in it. I just have to make sure when I do dip into it, I have to make sure I'm protected before I do it.